All right, guys. So today our objective is to talk about the anatomy of a gingerbread man. No, not really. Actually, we're explaining about the organizational levels within a what? Human body. Now, because this is the first day of our Unit 5, Anatomy Physiology, let me tell you guys exactly what we're going to be learning over the next couple weeks. Don't write this down, but I want you to know that we're going to be going over each of these different chapters. Starting with chapter 33, the nervous system. Alex, in chapter 34, what we're going to be doing there?
Nervous system?
And? Chapter 33? That's right. Chapter 34. Circulatory?
Circulatory, respiration, and
excretory system. Now, these are really tough. We'll get lots of practice saying these correctly. Tatiana, number 35.
digestive and endocrine systems.
Excellent. Perseda, chapter 32. Close. Integumentary.
And muscular system.
Good, good. Does anybody know what the integumentary system is?
Inside.
Close. It's what covers your inside. Your skin. Yes. We'll spend more time on that. And Roberto, chapter 36.
Human reproduction and development.
Beautifully. And over here, Gabriella. What is going to be in chapter 37?
Immune system.
The immune system. Good. All right, guys. So, anatomy physiology. That's what we're going to be studying. And these two subjects go hand in hand. Anatomy, if you didn't know what it is the study of structure. What the actual structures are for the different parts of our body. So if I want to study, how Daisy's thumb came together and worked, I'd be studying the anatomy of her thumb. If I wanted to know about Roberta's beautiful eyes, I'd be studying the actual components that make up Roberta's beautiful eye. But if I want to know how it works, I want to know the actual function, what do I study there? Physiology. Physiology is the study of the function of those anatomical parts. So its Greek meaning means the relationship to nature. And there is a big buzzword that we're going to come time and time again, and that is, say it with me, class, structure dictates function. One more time. Structure dictates function. This is why anatomy and physiology come together so closely. It's because you can't understand how Roberta's eye works unless you know what it's made of, what its components are. So this is why, hand in hand, we'll be learning anatomy and physiology together. 10 seconds. All right. So today we're going to learn first what all the different levels of organization are, starting with subatomic particles, atoms, molecules, macromolecules, organelles, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry, we're going to go over each of these one by one. So let's start off with the smallest level of organization. It is atoms, which are made up of subatomic particles. So we know what atoms are. We've talked about these quite a bit. But who can remind me what atoms are made up of? Neutrons, electrons, and what's the last one? Protons. Good. And the combination of those proton particles together make all the different elements that I have. Hey, who remembers what the name of that cool chart is? That table. It tells me all about all those different elements.
Periodic table.
Periodic table. Good job, guys. So when I have atoms, I can build something else with them. Molecules. Molecules are made up of 2 or more atoms. One of my favorite molecules is made up of 3 different atoms themselves. That's H2O that we have up here in our picture. Water, for example, is made up of 1 atom of oxygen. And how many of hydrogen? 2. So I have 3 atoms all together. Now when I've got a bunch of molecules that come together, I'm able to go and make, what do you guys think? Macromolecules. This is when I've got a bunch of the small ones joined together, and with my macromolecules, I can combine them to form what? What can I form with all my macromolecules? Lucky? Life? I like that answer. Not that I'm looking for, though. I can form organelles inside the cells of my body. All right, 10 seconds. Moving on. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, with those macromolecules, I can make what? Cell organelles. Excellent. And organelles are those specialized subunits that allow me to make those cells. And cells, my next big unit, is the basic structural and functional unit of the body. And we spent a lot of time learning about organelles and cells. Who can tell me the name of one organelle in the body? Let me see a hand. Drake.
Nucleus.
Nucleus. Excellent. Hey. Welcome. What's up? How you doing? Good to have you. Good to have you. Take your note? Yeah. Beautiful. So go ahead and have a seat. Pull out your notes and just take the start where we are. Whatever you do not have because you came in late, check online and get those down, okay? All right. 10 seconds. Very good. One. All right, so who can tell me what we call the structure that is made up of a lot of different types of cells? You know, there are 2 or more cells together. What do you think we call those? Tissues. That's right. And that brings us to our next higher level structure, tissues. And tissues, as I just said, is a group of cells working together to perform a similar function. Now, there are 4 different basic types of tissues. Help me go ahead and tell them out loud to the class. Ryan, what's the first basic type of tissue? Oh man, that was perfect. You nailed that. Epithelial. That is a tough word. Epithelial is a tissue that makes up our skin. But it's found not just on the outside, but also found on the outside inside of our body. Ooh, what does that mean? Would you guys know that you actually have an epithelial tissue covering your esophagus, your stomach, your small intestines? In many ways, when you guys bring something into your body, it still stays on the outside. Because nothing is truly in your body until it's been broken down and absorbed. So epithelial tissue, even though it's the outside tissue, it's still found in the inside of your body in parts. Deanna, what is the second type of tissue?
Connective tissue.
Connective tissue. What do you think connective tissue does? It connects all the other tissues together, right? They could be things like ligaments, tendons. They could be what holds your heart in place as it moves around. Those are all types of connective tissue. Francisco, what's the third type of tissue?
Muscles.
Muscles, yeah. Muscles are found all around our bodies. We have different types that we'll be learning about in this unit. But they are another important type of tissue. Dur, could you tell me what is the fourth and last basic type of tissue? Nerve tissue. Excellent. Yeah, nerve tissue is what allows you to send signals to tell your muscles to move, but also to tell signals to your brain that something is touching you. All right, 10 seconds. And you can tell me what I think is the next one. I take a bunch of tissues. What do I make? Organs. Nice. So at least if I have at least two different tissues, two different tissue types, I put them together, and I can make organs. What type of organ are we looking at up there, you think?
Kidney. Oh.
I'm the liver. You say hand up. Tatiana.
Stomach.
Stomach. Excellent. Who can name another type of organ in our bodies? Liver, heart. Mala, what do you think? What's an organ in our body? Brain. Excellent. Our brain is another type of organ. 10 seconds. It's actually pretty small when it's empty, but when it's full, it almost can get quite large. 5 seconds. All right, so what level is above our organs? Organ systems. Beautiful. Now, organ systems are related organs that all serve a common function. Who can tell me with their hand up what organ system we're looking at right here?
Digestive system.
Let me see a hand.
Oh.
Roberto? The digestive system. What kind of organs are found in the digestive system?
Large intestines.
Stomach, large intestines, small intestines, and there's a few other ones that we'll be learning about. Now, speaking of organ systems, do you guys know how many organ systems there are in the human body? 11. 11 different organ systems. Today, what we are going to be doing is going over all 11 of those organ systems, and you, by the end of the day, will be able to tell me what type of features they have and what their functions are. 10 seconds. Any questions before moving forward? Good. All right, first one. It is the integumentary system. That's a tough word to say. So let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Integumentary system. Good. What are the components? Christina Gilrays, what's the first component of my integumentary system? Skin. Excellent. Christy, what's the second component?
Hair.
Hair. Excellent. Maria, what's the third?
Gland.
Gland. So those are our three components of our integumentary system. Now, what does our integumentary system do? Well, what's it doing for this young lady right here? Protection. Yeah, if I am just blasting you with air right in your body, wouldn't it be better that I have a barrier to protect me? Well, this lady is using her integumentary system as protection. And what happens when wind is blowing right on your body?
You're cold.
You get cold. Well, good thing your integumentary system is really good at regulating your body temperature. But it also does other things, such as eliminating waste. Wait, waste? Wait, anybody know
Sweat.
how?
Sweat.
Sweat. God, you're on fire today, Gabriella. So, yes, when you guys sweat, you actually release toxins out of your body. Another thing that your skin does, vitamin D. What? Yeah. Did you guys know that your skin is a solar-powered vitamin D factory? By being out in the sun, you actually are producing vitamin D in order to go and help your body absorb calcium and do a whole bunch of other metabolic pathways. And then what's the last thing? Anthony, what is the very last thing that your skin does for your body?
Sensation.
Sensation. sensations. Yeah, I can feel pain, pleasure, pressure, all kinds of things by what my integumentary system senses. 10 seconds. Any questions? Hey, does anybody know what type of doctor specializes in the integumentary system? A dermatologist. Very good, yeah. Derma is another way of saying skin. But the integumentary system, you know, is a part of a bunch of other things that they also are specialists in. All right, the next system, the skeletal system. There were 3 components here too. D, what's the first component of the skeletal system? Bones. Excellent. Maria, what is another component? Joints. Beautiful. And Mala, what's the third? Cartilage. Yeah, cartilage. That's, you know, the soft parts of your skeletal system. It's soft, yes, but it's still pretty rigid. You know, have you know where you find cartilage in your body? Nose. What else? Ears. Good. Those are all good places to find cartilage. And what does it do for us? Well, the skeletal system at first gives us support. It also gives us protection. You know, if I get hit in the chest with a baseball, luckily I have got that skeletal system to protect me from that ball so that my heart or my lungs don't get damaged. Obviously, body movement, you gotta have skeletal system to help your body move. But did you guys know that your skeletal system is hollow for the most part? Well, it's kind of spongy, really. But inside of your bones, this is where you actually produce all of your red blood cells. It's also a good place to store minerals and fats. If you didn't have constant intake of calcium in your body from your food that you eat, well then good thing you've got a good storage container in all of your bones. Good. Any questions? 10 seconds. Don't worry about it. No one's going to see it. All right, the next system is the muscular system. This is one of my favorites. So there's only one component to the skeletal system. Selena, what is it? Skeletal muscle. Now there's a lot of different muscles in our bodies. We're going to learn about all of them. But the skeletal muscle is the main one that is part of our muscular system. And what does it do for us? There's a lot of functions. First off, the obvious one is what, Francisco? Body what? Body movement, yes. Body movement, body movement. This is what allows us to basically move our body wherever we need to go. But there's a lot more. Hey, when I am standing like this, can I use my muscles right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who thinks I'm using my muscles right now? You're all right. Because even just standing here in perfect posture, not moving, I'm still using muscles to hold my body up. If my muscles relax, what would I do? I'd fall. So I'm still using muscles. And what's the last function, Daisy, of my muscle system? Generating heat, yeah. Who here is warm-blooded? Okay, everybody should have their hand up because all of you are warm because of the muscles in your body that are generating heat.
I'm cold.
You're cold? Then you gotta start moving your muscles. Who here gets really hot when they go for a run? Yeah, that's because you're using your muscles to run and you're producing lots of excess heat. Thank you, muscles, for doing that. 5 seconds. All right, our next system is our nervous system. And there are 4 major components. Anthony, what's our first component of our nervous system? The most important, the most beautiful part. The brain, yes. The brain is what is the central part of our nervous system, but there's more to it. Jim, what's another part of our nervous system? Yeah, spinal cord. Right down through the middle. That's what helps us send signals to and from our brain. Drake, what's the third?
Nerves.
Nerves.
But then is the spinal cord part of the skeletal system?
The spinal cord is not part of the skeletal system because the spinal cord is inside of the skeletal system. Okay? We'll learn more about that when we get into our dissections. All right. So nerves is the third. And Mala, what's the last one? Yeah. All around your body, you've got special sense organs that are designed to pick up different stimuli. That include your eyes, your ears, and also the sense of touch that you have. Now, how does it do that? What's the function? Well, it's to send those nerve impulses or action potentials. And through this, your nervous system is able to detect, interpret, and respond to the different changes that are inside of our environment. Hey, did you guys know that your eyes are technically part of your nervous system? Your eyes are all part of the nervous tissue in your body. I thought that was really interesting when I learned that the first time. Now, there are two components to our nervous system. The central nervous system makes up what you think? The brain, and what else? The spinal cord. And the peripheral nervous system is where all of those nerves go throughout the spinal cord and even from where the brain is to go and receive and send stimuli back and forth. 10 seconds. That's it? Go for it real quick. Thank you. Alright. And the next one. This is one you probably have never heard before. Who's ever heard of the endocrine system? Anyone? Nice. Nice. So you guys are reading some biology body books. I like it. So what is the endocrine system? Well, this is what is responsible for producing hormones. There's all kinds of different glands around your body, like the pituitary gland in the brain. The adrenal glands, they're right above the kidneys. Maybe you know what the adrenal glands produce?
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline, yeah. You know what adrenaline is? When you ever feel adrenaline?
When you get like over.
When someone pokes you really loudly. Your adrenal glands will probably release a little bit of adrenaline through your bloodstream, making your heart rate go a little faster, make your eyes pop up. That's all what the adrenal glands do, and they do that by releasing that adrenal hormone. But there's also other things that your body does besides regulating body activities. For instance, males have one type of endocrine gland that females do not. What do males have? Testicles. What do females have that males don't?
Ovaries.
Ovaries. Excellent. Does anybody here know what is the name of the hormone that male testes produce? Testosterone. Excellent. That's what makes us a little bit stronger, gives more muscle tone, and also gives us acne and beards. How about for females? What do females produce?
Estrogen.
Estrogen, yeah, and that helps give females those more feminine characteristics. All right, 10 seconds. Oh, go ahead. And 5. All right, the next one, the one you probably have heard before, the one that, you know, your heart doctor is always telling you to work on, that you have to eat right in order to make sure you take care of your, say it with me, cardiovascular system. Good. There are 3 major components to this. Savannah, what is the first component of your cardiovascular system? Blood. Excellent. Maria, the second.
Heart.
Beautiful bump. And Christina Vang, what's the last one? Blood vessels. So those 3 components make up our cardiovascular system. And what does it do for us? Well, for the most part, this is what's responsible for pumping blood and bringing it all around our body. It carries oxygen and nutrients towards the cells And all the waste that your cells produce, this is what helps to remove it from those tissues and bring it to places where it can get rid of it. But your cardiovascular system also regulates temperature. You know, from your muscles where you're producing what? What do you produce in your muscles? Heat. Your cardiovascular system moves it around to places where it needs it. It's also part of your acid-base balance. We'll talk more about that later. And this is also what transports water throughout your body, so that the tissues that need water have access to it when they need it. I really like this animation I have up here. It actually shows in red that oxygenated blood is moving around. But wait, why is it blue now? What happened to the blood? Why is it now blue?
It goes in and it goes out to the...
What happened to make it blue? Anybody know? Give you a hint. One reason why some of my veins look blue. What about oxygen? It's not producing oxygen.
Oh, it's
What happened to the oxygen inside the blood?
it's getting taken out.
It got taken out. What took out all the oxygen? The cells.
I don't know the cells.
The cells. All right, there we go. Yeah, so the cells are responsible for taking out the oxygen. And did you guys know that your blood actually turns a purplish blue color when all the oxygen is pulled out of it? That's why when you look at your veins, especially on the outside of your arms, all of that is blood that has had all its oxygen pulled out by your cells, and it's now returning back to the heart, be pumped back to the lungs, recycled. All right, 5 seconds. All right, here's the next one. This one's kind of difficult. No one ever talks about the lymphatic system. I don't know why, because actually it's really important. And it's got 5 components. Shemaya, what's the first component of the lymphatic system? Lymph fluid and vessels, good. Daisy, what is the second one? Spleen. Christina Gilrays, the third? Thymus, beautifully spoken, yes. D, what's the fourth component? Lymph nodes. Annabella, this is my favorite. What are these? Tonsils. What are tonsils? Yeah, those little things that hang on the back of your throat. All of those components are part of our lymphatic system. So why do I care about it? What does it do for me? Well, just 2 important things. It transports fluids and dietary lipids all around your body, but it's also important for protection. Whoa. How could this system protect my body? Nice job, Lucky. Lucky said it right. Say it out loud to the whole class. How does it protect your body? It protects your body from diseases. Yeah, because your lymphatic system is the system that filters out the fluids in your body from diseases like bacteria or viruses. And it is the lymphatic system that is an important part of your immune system. We'll talk more about in the coming months. All right, any questions? All right, 10 seconds.